Welcome, everybody, to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, along with my co-host, Kevin and Waleed.
Hello.
What's up, boys?
Guys, we're back. I know I'm excited. I know Kevin's excited. This is Waleed's first time, but Survivor 42.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. I'm even more excited. All right, this is dope.
Cool.
Yeah, we are very excited to have the show back. It's one of Kevin and I's favorites. And before we get started, I just want to read off because we did a preview episode on who we picked. So Waleed picked Jonathan. I picked Tori. Kevin, you picked Jenny. And Bill picked Jackson.
Idiot. I thought he picked the dude, the black guy with the a different name. I forget.
Roxbury?
Yeah.
Roxbury.
Yeah.
Roxroy. So is that a name?
Roxroy. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I literally was like, that's something Bill would do.
I'm probably gonna call him Rocksteady.
The name.
Ninja Turtle.
Rocksteady. Hell yeah.
I know you used to have Ninja Turtle things up there.
Yeah. I thought he was right behind me. I was gonna grab him.
Yeah, so before you got on, I was talking to Waleed and I was like, something about like Bill. I couldn't remember who I picked at all. And my pick was also in the hot water area. But it sucks that Bill's not on tonight. So like I would love a live reaction to
no.
It's kind of a crap way to go home.
Ride that hard until they win.
Right.
And then he'll be the winner.
Right, that's true. He'll have his. Our team. So he's in a default to Daniel, right? Because that was the team pick, I thought.
Yeah. Technically, yeah. Let's get this on the record now.
It's on the record. This is all staying in. None of this is getting edited out.
None of it. Okay. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna start with Waleed. Waleed, I know this is your first time. What'd you think of the show?
Yeah, I mean, for what I caught, I enjoyed it. I had a 1 hour drive home from work today and got caught in some snow. It was snowing today here in Colorado, so I missed like the first 45 to 50 minutes I missed. But I caught a majority of basically the whole second hour and the end of the first hour is what I caught. So I think I caught a lot of the important stuff. I think a lot of it I just missed was like intros of like the tribes and the team members basically, and just introducing these people mostly, I think is what I missed. But I did enjoy it though. The concept is cool. I like how there's little trinkets and different twists and turns throughout the game. Like when they were all voting in the elimination, the first tribal council, I guess, when they were all going in the tent and casting their votes. The one girl, I forget the names. I didn't memorize the names yet, but the one girl looked down and she saw that.
We don't care about it. It's cool.
Yeah, right now I'll get the names eventually within a few weeks probably. But the one girl, when she looked down, she saw that her vote, when she decided to protect her vote or whatever, ended up paying off, and she was able to get an extra vote and like cast it. So I was like, oh shit, so that did pay off. Okay, like right away.
Right.
So I enjoyed it though. I mean, for my first time, so.
I mean, I'll be honest with that first 50 minutes or whatever. It does suck that that's like the most, I think, traditional part of these last two seasons was just that cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody doesn't know anything. Let's just throw you into a challenge right away and see how you guys like deal with stuff. But that being said, it's the same fucking thing every year. It doesn't really. One team doesn't get something. Another team gets half of something, and the other team gets the prize. You know what I mean? Like, you really didn't miss much. And there's no fucking drama because other than a dislocated shoulder, there's no real drama when it comes to like, oh, well, this guy, nobody has an opinion. They can't have an opinion on anybody else yet. It's way too early. So
I was shocked because I caught it. I was just shocked that I caught 15 minutes is when right before Jackson had to go home is when I started watching. And when he had to tell the tribe he was leaving, just the tears that were coming out of some of these people, I'm like, didn't you guys
I have something written down.
Dude, they're 37 hours.
I was like, didn't you guys just start 20 minutes ago? I was like, you haven't even been here an hour.
All right, Brian, let's go into the very first person that they introduce is the girl that had the tears during this segment.
Oh, okay.
The very 9th second of being introduced to her, I want this one gone. I want her gone. I I said that about her and the one that was like, well, I can't really. I run awkwardly. I jump awkwardly. I talk awkwardly. Good. Get the hell out.
Is that Lydia on the Green Tribe?
Yeah, the millennial or the Gen X, whatever. Yeah,
Gen Z comment. Yeah, that's Lydia.
Yeah.
All right, let me just run through the tribes real quick because I'm gonna echo what Kevin said. I would say in old seasons, the beginning matters because remember when sometimes they had to pick teams or they had to like judge somebody on their team to send them to do something and then like backfire later. They kind of got away from that stuff these last couple seasons where it's just very like they are already forced onto a team. Like everyone's like rah rah rah, like just win. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we would let you know, Waleed, if something happened. But they haven't been doing that lately, which kind of sucks.
Well, do you what do you prefer as like an audience?
I don't like just the beginning how the show should start.
Yeah, like do you like I guess I guess like do you like them being formed into teams immediately or actually I guess they really always did kind of do that.
Yeah, they drafted.
I honestly missed the everybody is on a boat.
Yeah, I
get the shit. Like that shit was awesome.
That
was like
isn't that how the last season started?
Yeah, they did do that, but it used to be more like Jailbreak, where he wasn't like, "Oh, we're gonna change this."
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, last season was like that. But yeah, it used to be like
I prefer the open.
There is just shit in the ocean. Everybody jump out. Whatever you get, you're bringing home, type of thing. That was awesome.
Right. They sometimes you just went right to your camp. And then like some other times you just start with a challenge, and that's a more recent thing, I think.
Yeah,
where they're doing those things. All right, let me run through the teams real quick because I have to take Bill's role. And especially I edit these. I took pretty good notes on this. So Taku Tribe, the orange team. So we got Jonathan. That's Waleed's pick. I think he's going to be badass. Like he reminds me of Hulk.
Yeah. Which one is he though?
He's a strong guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the reason. It's
the
my
guy
first
who ran
time
first.
watching Survivor.
Yeah.
I was like, it's my first time watching Survivor. I'm gonna go with the biggest apex predator looking dude.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm doing this right.
Yeah, and if that team struggles, he could be a target. But if they win, they keep winning, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's gonna be a target the second.
He's like a merge target.
Yeah.
All right, then we got Lindsay, Marianne, which is the chick with the tears, Omar, and Jackson.
That's the Taku tribe?
What's that?
That's the Taku tribe, right?
Taku tribe, yeah.
Taku, yeah.
So the next tribe is the green tribe, which is the Vati tribe. You got Daniel. That's the guy dislocated. Hai, Hai. Mike, Lydia, Jenny, and Chanel. And then the Ica tribe, which is blue. We have Tori, Drea, Roxroy, aka Rocksteady, Zach, Romeo, and Swati. I think those are pretty even tribes. They kind of all have a brute. They all have like somebody really smart.
Right.
Totally unmatched. So
I'm with you.
I think it's pretty.
And then there was a third one.
Yeah, I read that's 3 tribes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I would say that there's definitely a weaker tribe.
The blue team is definitely, but I think they just got rid of their weakest player.
Well, yeah.
Which is normally that's not what they do in the beginning, and I think that
I could argue that there's another weakest player on that team, but
who is it, Romeo to you?
Yeah, kind of. And I just don't. They're already getting a little too gossipy. You know what I mean? Like they're just bound they're bound to be in trouble. They're not going about it correctly. And dude, I really wonder what it would be like to be on, like, say you were in that tribe, like, how could you control the flow of that? You can't. Like, I don't know. I think that's unlucky on all their ends.
Yeah, I guess that means
when it comes to like, just like they start talking, then all of a sudden it's one person's like zoned in on, and they're just fucked. Like, out of all of them, she's probably the best survivor
Tori?
Ender. Yeah, the one that they were like they all just started gossiping on. That it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the issue with idols, man. Ever since idols came in, like, you just leave, even if you're just being completely innocent, they just they're your target no matter what.
Well, can we talk about that first advantage situation?
Yeah.
That,
I was gonna read the chat. I was gonna kind of walk us through the challenge, but I mean that's
it is kind of interesting to me, like being a first time watcher. Like you see these tribes get together and start doing everything together, and then like the second someone walks off, they start questioning their intentions. I'm like, oh God, really? It's that serious? I'm like,
oh God, yeah.
Mental.
Oh yeah.
Like the mental.
That's where like the mental, like you have. Oh, that's where the mental shit gets fun, man.
Well, you give it a little bit. I mean, it sucks it's shortened, but man, when it's 39 days, by like day 30, these people are paranoid.
Oh yeah, dude. And they're the people that were loyal the entire time finally break, and it's like, oh shit.
Oh shit. Okay, good to know.
So that's the difference between this shortened season, which I think Kevin and I prefer the traditional where it's longer.
So this is gonna be a shortened season?
What's that?
This is gonna be a shorter season, you said?
It's
Only time. Oh yeah.
It usually is 39.
Like probably almost like
or 40 days, 39 nights, whatever, but it doesn't matter. It won't be. We're hoping next season we'll get back to form because of COVID. But
that's why. Okay, good to know then.
All right, so they start off running this like leg. It's like standard, like let's run to get something. Next wave heat goes, blah blah blah. So the first wave goes out, get some paddles. Second wave goes out, and this is where the twist comes in, where you have to wait for all three to get there, and it's a classic. Are we going to stick together? Or are we going to play it safe? Obviously, I feel like people now, Kev, are way more like me. So they're always going to go with the younger people, I would say.
I mean, rightfully.
Right.
My issue with this whole scenario was what the fuck were they thinking on like taking their time with this?
No, I agree.
They all should have gotten there, been like, yo, let's do this. Boom. Yep. The most they should have waited. Now all it is, like, they're coming back with fucking mud on them. Now they all have like three different tribes, three very elaborate stories as to why someone's bloody, why someone's sandy, why someone's muddy, and they all came back like, like it just untie the knots, come back and be like, what took you so long? Yeah. Oh, we actually had knots for ours. Right. That's it. That like
the blood
conversation's done.
The blood took it to another level I don't think they needed to do.
And not only that, like he smeared it on his chest. It's not like it was a natural cut.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And like he came back, and the one girl's like, "You were bleeding like a lot."
Yeah, right.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me? How do you think that? It's like he ran into a pig and it exploded on him. Like there was nothing real about that." And he goes, "I'll put blood on."
Yeah, just covers. I think they should have just stuck with mud and just went in the sand.
Just throw a dead animal on you.
I wouldn't have done, dude. I
agree. You're right, but like I think the blood is just taken to a new level. Nobody's
right. The fact that it's because they put the bowls there and they're like, we gotta play stuff.
We have to use it.
Yeah.
They could have put pizza sauce there, and they would be like, oh, let me.
right. I'm bleeding pizza sauce because I ran through a pepperoni tree.
At what point in the episode did this happen?
This was early, so
this was literally like this.
This is how that girl Drea got her extra. No, this is not how she got her extra, but they have. And I'll walk through what they explained it. I'm gonna have to research this because they kind of explained the idol, and I think it's like a newer type. It's like a hybrid.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
All right, so basically, the rest of the challenge, they come back. Then we got to do row out. They row out to a thing, come back in, tie up. The blue tribe wins. That's the Ika tribe. So they get their flint, pot, and machete, which has been like a normal thing where the beginning challenge, you just get material, like basic materials.
Yeah.
And then Kev, this is what we were asking for last season. When it's kind of cool that both teams did the opposite of last year. The loser has a decision. They have to do it like a physical challenge or a mental challenge when they get back, and it's the exact same challenge minus like the physical last season was 2 people. This time it was 1, and they both elected to like select the triangles. Did you see that part? Well, did you see that?
In which one? Wait, which part was this?
They had to like when they got back to camp, the losing teams to get the materials that the blue team won. They had to do a physical challenge or a mental challenge. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see that part. No.
So essentially what it was is there's a picture, and this is exactly the same thing as of last season,
Right.
We were both like Bill, Kevin, and I were like, man, we wish that somebody did the mental. And it's cool that this season they actually did the mental because we just wanted to know what the right answer was.
Yeah.
And they actually simplified it a little better because last season, Waleed, you had one guess and you're done. This time they had they gave you 2 guesses. So that's why, like, if you miscounted, there's this triangle picture, and it's like you got to count how many triangles are in the picture. And there's like a bunch of lines, like there's like obtuse triangles, like all these different types of triangles.
It was one of those things where it's like
Yeah.
100 triangles within a single triangle, but this one had like extra lines in it,
and they weren't even. It was like random, and it was definitely challenging. And they both teams got it right. 51.
Dude, it was funny because like we stopped it and we're like, all right, let's like try and do this. And I looked at it the way almost like Kim did, where it was like, all right, let's just break it down into like little things. And my roommate was like, he's like, I think total's like 18. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not even halfway through.
Right.
And I'm at like 31. And he's like, what? And I like went up and was like,
right, exactly.
No, this is one. And he's like, oh shit, I never thought about that. So then it was like, I was like, my guess is like 43, 44. And he's like, nah, that's still way too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ended up being 51.
Oh God, well.
It's funny you say that, Kev, because your girl Jenny was the one who like led. Everyone else was like, I got it really quick. And that must have been your roommate.
Right. It was like identical to that.
They looked at it for 30 seconds, like, oh, I'm done. And it's like, you have 4 hours. It's a long time for a reason.
Let's get this right. Yeah. But I did like that strategy of the one team where was it that team where it was like, all right, 3 people just stay here. We'll do this.
Yeah, then that was the orange team.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, Taku
tried.
Because too many people's like opinions. And
I agree. Too much chatter can mess up your count. And like keep the brainiac people together and you're not really splitting the tribe up too much. It's like So it was nice that the one group can build the shelter, the strong guys, and then the smart people can work on the triangle puzzle. So
they're all smart. And they're all
So that was good. I mean, and then they kind of explained the immunity that they got from the part 2 of the second.
Yeah, I think I missed.
So essentially it's like an amulet, and the less amulets left out of their 3, the more power they get, right?
Oh.
Is that what
I was trying to figure this out. I don't know.
So I think what they said is like if somebody's still alive, you get like a extra vote. And then if all the other 2 leave, then yours becomes an immunity idol. But I could be wrong. When Bill watches it back when he's on next week, I'm sure he'll know what it is, or hopefully they explain it, because it was really, they almost need like a chart or something sometimes where they're just explaining it and 3 people are reading it. Did you see this part, Wally?
This part I don't think I did either.
So essentially this is the second leg where they got those advantages that we didn't know about. And it's like a different type of immunity that Kevin and I are not really used to. They started adding these things where like it corresponds with people who are not even on the tribe, and it just kind of gets confusing.
That don't know each other or anything.
Like I said, I want to go back and like rewatch most of the first hour just to see what I missed. But yeah.
So I think when somebody finally uses this though, they'll explain it.
Okay.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they'll have to explain it. So we'll get more information, but I'm pretty sure the way I think I bare bones did it, but if I'm wrong, somebody in the comments tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. Okay, and then
me neither.
Yeah, we got a little bit of camp life, Kev, which is good. Always like camp life.
They kind of did this originally in the last season.
Yeah, when you got
I don't know why I'm kind of stuck up on like comparing it just to last season. I think it's because I want it to be better. It was. You know what I mean?
When you watch 40 seasons or something, you kind of have a standard.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm on the same level as you. I agree with you. Like, last season was meh.
Yeah.
The old ones. But okay, then we got our first like sneak away where they do the Waleed. This is probably where you came in, where they like choose if they're going to protect or risk.
I think that's like right around that time.
So they added this last season. I'm not a huge fan of this. I think we talked about this in a preview. Like we don't want this to stick around. It's just too much shit going on. Like just keep the idols. Like there's all this like other crap. I'm not a huge fan of it. Kevin, do you agree? Or
No, I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to even change anything really at the end of the day with the odds of shit like working out.
Yeah. Well, it all depends on what they do. If they're just getting materials like a tarp that one time, I don't care about that. But this one was kind of important because you get an extra vote.
Yeah, which paid off at the end of it. Which I was like,
Molly, I don't think she used it. You don't need to use it right away.
oh, you don't? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you can save that shit.
Yeah,
So
they-
like that, like
yeah,
that's
I
kind of
didn't
all part
realize.
of it. Like
Yeah.
you have that advantage for God knows, like
Yeah,
as
it's-
long as
And the thing is, no one else on her tribe knows that she has that.
right, but
Right.
that's also a selling point to show like loyalty to somebody on your team. It's like, hey, I want to work with you. Let me tell you something that I have.
Mhm.
So like I'm trusting you with my
Vote.
type of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like moving forward, I get why people do it, although I think it's dumb, but
They just do it too soon, Kev, I think. Loud.
Right, exactly.
Wally, trust me, you'll see. I'm sure.
I survived so much better than all the other survivors ever. It's insane. People just don't get it.
Yeah. So the people that go on the boat. So Marianne from Taku tribe, Jenny, Kevin's girl from the Vati tribe, and Drea from the Ika tribe. So Drea's got two advantages, which is
I know.
She's
Deadly.
kind of reminds me of Shanae, but better.
Dude, she reminds me
Doesn't run
of,
her mouth.
Mhm.
He's not yet.
yeah, you're right. Is that the from last season?
Yeah, I think her name's Shanae. I could be wrong.
The
Pastor.
Esther? Yeah. Same vibe.
And
Right.
it's funny that was Bill's girl too. But
Yeah.
so
Bill has a type. I don't know if you know.
yeah, viewers. So essentially, like this is one of those ones where if like everyone does protect, nothing happens. Everyone does risk, they lose their vote. If it's not even, like two people do protect, somebody does risk, that risk gets a vote, and two, same as when if it's 2-1. So Marianne risks it. Jenny, Kevin's girl, protects it, which I didn't you suspect that she was going to protect it like immediately.
Me personally, I would always risk it. There's like I don't know.
Her, I'm saying, wouldn't you?
I know. That's like that was my
somebody who would
plan.
protect her vote.
I
She
was
seems like
upset.
very like calm and stuff like that. So
It's set like it kind of goes in line with, I guess, her personality. It's like
right. Yeah.
Let's methodically think about this.
Think about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like small that she's like, I think they're gonna risk it, so I'm not gonna risk it. So all right, and then Drea risk it. So Drea is right now she's like a sleeper because she's got two advantages. One's like kind of like chilling in the freezer because we don't know what's gonna happen with it. But the one she got that Waleed is referring to, we'll explain it more when we get to the voting. But this is a good vote, like especially early, Kev, that you get an extra vote this early in the game. Really important.
Yeah.
And then so then we have something interesting that I was not ready for. Jeff comes to visit the Taku tribe. And normally, Waleed, if Jeff comes to camp, it's not a good thing.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I kind of got that gist when they were all like, "Oh wait, what the hell's he doing here? He's not supposed to be here."
Yeah, Jeff doesn't come to camp very often.
I would say it's like somebody's gone home.
Yeah, but when he said like Jackson, come talk with me, I was like, "Uh-oh, something's going on."
I kind of thought he was going to bring up like, hey, like because they last season they were a little woke. I thought they might be a little more woke this season, Kev, when like be like, hey, I know you're transitioning. Like, if anything happens, let us know. That's what I thought it was going to be like, because based off of what happened with the dude, what was the guy that got called out? The one. I don't remember. People will kill us for it, but
I've mentioned it before, like off the top of my head.
Essentially, Waleed, in a couple past seasons, somebody who was transitioning or is transgender kept it a secret, told somebody, and then somebody who used it like as ammo against them in a tribal, and like Jeff was pissed. Everyone was pissed, like, and it just didn't. He got killed. He got killed in social media.
Dude, they didn't even vote.
Yeah,
Jeff just goes, all right, we're all good.
So that's what I kind of thought it was going when he's like, he told the story about how he transitioned and stuff like that. And I thought that Jeff wasn't going to let that shit fly again on his island.
Damn, dude. I didn't even realize all that shit happened. I kind of want to go back and see that scene.
It's nuts. Yeah. So I kind of thought Jeff was just going to be like the overseer of like, hey, if anything happens, you let me know. And we're going to banish this person. So I was a little surprised that the guy was taking lithium for, I guess, sleeping. I had to Google what lithium was. I didn't know what that was.
Dude, it's one of those cryptocurrencies. Don't worry about
He was taking cryptocurrency.
it.
Yeah. So Jackson gets a medical DQ'd, and that was Bill's pick. And I was a little surprised. He seemed like somebody that would be.
Wait, that's who fucking Bill picked?
Yeah. Yes.
There's the reaction that we wanted.
What the fuck was he thinking?
Well,
It's always great. It's always great when our picks go home first. It happened to me on Celebrity Big Brother.
It happened to me.
Well, it happened to me.
Amazing Race. Yeah,
it happened to me last season on Survivor.
Did it? Okay.
But also, what did you expect to happen here? Like, oh, a day before the fucking thing, he's just gonna be like, oh,
yeah,
and there was gonna be no like repercussion. It's like taking somebody off of like antidepressants just because like it's like, well, he might just commit suicide. Of course they can't fucking have him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it makes sense that why they did it, but like what doesn't make sense is how he thought he was just gonna pull it off. I get he was like, I don't want this to like hinder me not making the show. Because that makes sense. Like, it's a crazy world. You don't know what they're looking for. You don't want to have any sort of like and for him, good for him. He made it strictly like that not being a part of his like way of getting on. But it's more just, I don't know how you thought that like you were just going to be like, oh, by the way, at the end, especially when medications are involved. Yeah. All I know is like, if I went there, I better be able to get my Adderall. Like, there's no way. I mean, not in the same effect as him, but like, I would not be the same person that I wouldn't be able to function the same way.
Yeah. Just a question though. Jeff, the host, he's been the host of Survivor since like the first season.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's been doing this a long time. But let me just say, he's very well spoken though, and he approaches that stuff very, very well actually. So the conversation was very, it was very fluid, very easygoing. So I actually like that. I was like, it's good. So
yeah, that's not.
I would say he's like phenomenal.
Yeah,
this is not the only.
I was shy. Yeah, like I mean, there's different hosts for like different reality TV shows that I like appreciate, but no, he's very good and well spoken. I like him a lot. So.
Yeah, that's not his first medical DQ ever. Like he's been through pretty much everything.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And like I mean, he's like hands on.
Yeah.
On making the game. Like
yeah,
this is a full year gig with him. It's not like he shows up and just does it like.
Yeah, he loves his job.
I love when these hosts of these reality shows love their job and they stay on for like ever. Like TJ Lavin from The Challenge is one of my favorites. He's been on since like 2005.
Right.
You could tell,
but he doesn't have like a say on how the game should go and things like that. I'm sure he does a little bit, but like, but Jeff
he's also had to approach a lot of uncomfortable situations where he had to address them too, and so he's kind of gone through it all too on several seasons of The Challenge. But this was really good though. I like this.
Right, but like, yeah, basically what I'm saying is, Jeff is like part of the creator.
He has a say in like who gets picked on the show, what channel.
Right.
That's like, see, I didn't know that.
Like he's got
like how the show's gonna run. He has like his ideas on like how it's gonna work. They'll cater to him and like, and he does. I said this like when Bill never saw the show. I was like, dude, you do know Bill is a host fucking magnet when it comes to this stuff. That I was like, dude, you're gonna fall in love with. Surprisingly, he hasn't jumped on to like,
because last season was his like older seasons. Jeff was better, I thought.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I agree. So it makes sense. We still have time.
Like we need to get like the top 10 Jeff handling a situation and show it to Bill.
Yeah.
Jeff.
You'll probably
Yeah.
find several like videos on that already as it is.
When he references Mark Wahlberg, I'm sure you've thought many times that he was referring to the actor. No, it's just a random ass fucking host on what, Are You the One or something?
No,
Like
Temptation Island, which starts next week.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Look out for it. All right, let's move on. We're sucking him off as much as he deserves it, but all right. So immunity challenge. So this is a standard immunity challenge, Kev. Wouldn't you agree? Where it's like everyone dives in the water. Let's get something underwater or floating, untie it, get on a boat, go in, bring the boat in through the sand, take the puzzle pieces out, solve a puzzle. Waleed, that's how a lot of these challenges are. There's just a lot of like, they'll change things. So like the leg would be different in the beginning. Like maybe instead of diving in, they got to climb across a rope and then go get something. It's just a lot of mix and match when it's on this when it goes water to land. Wouldn't you agree, Kev?
Yeah, it's honestly like we've talked about this, but I'm over it. But then again, I have no valid suggestion on what they should do. You should play a game of softball.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, the challenges get better with less people. It needs 2 teams.
Absolutely.
Three teams. I hate 3 teams. It's like they got to do these like basic challenges. When there's 2, they can do more fun stuff, I think.
I agree.
So we'll get there. That'll go off in the next 3 or 4 weeks where we'll get better challenges. And I honestly, Kevin, I think when it's the merge challenges are better. When it's like all free for all.
1000%.
So much better.
Well, dude, I actually personally enjoy like hold your stand and you're standing on 2 pegs or something. Like yeah, and just see who can last.
The merge ones are better. Yeah, Wally, we'll talk about it every week.
I'm so excited for Wally to be like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's being politically correct on everything he's saying right now, but he's gonna have an opinion in the future.
Eventually, yeah. I don't want to come off like some dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it. No, but like that's kind of the point. Like that's what I was excited about. I want you to be a dumb about it because
the truth is I don't know anything.
The
truth is I am. So I don't know anything about the show yet. So
all right. So if you lose, you lose your flint. I think it's both. I'm not sure.
That and the repercussions on these bullshits aren't that great. It's like, oh, dude, we lost the fucking flint. Let's go make fire another way. You know what I mean? I don't know.
All right. So long story short, Taku wins immunity. That's the orange team. And then Vati wins second immunity. So that means that Aika is the blue team goes to tribal council. And I actually like that I think they didn't do a double because Jackson got sent home. I think if like he didn't get DQ'd, they would have sent second and third place.
There's no way they could send somebody else. Yeah. There's no way. Then like they would have team mix-ups like week 3. Right. Week 3 would be.
All right, so we basically go back to camp. It's Tori versus Zach, essentially. Like Zach was kind of weak in the challenge, which I completely understand. He's like, if you looked at him on from his side, I think he'd be like thin as a piece of paper, like this.
Yeah.
So, and then honestly, Kev, I'm really surprised. This is something we didn't see that often. Zach plays the shot in the dark.
And it just shows how cool that fucking effect is. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
When he said that, I had no idea what the hell it was, and then I saw they're like he said when he was describing it. Oh, I have a 16% chance of being fake.
Oh, 16%. Yeah, 1 in 6. Yeah, they brought this up. This is a new thing from last season, and they talked about it for so much. No one fucking played it last season. Of course, this season the dude plays it right away.
Question: where the hell did he get the shot in the dark from again? I didn't remember this.
They give it.
Everybody has not.
Everyone has one, so you can only use it once.
Once throughout the whole season? Okay. All right. Well, at that point.
You can only do it once.
I think you can only use it once.
Yeah, once throughout the season. So he used it there and then, I guess, just because he knew he was going home already.
I thought you could just do it every time.
No, so Kevin, I understand. Like for him, he lost his vote, and I think that they could have forced a tie.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I didn't like pay attention enough. Like,
So if you know
Was
you're gonna-
him doing that detrimental to like his?
yeah, right.
It is,
He
yeah.
fucked up. But like if you know you're going home like 5-2, then you play it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's the time you play when you're like, I have no chance of winning.
And he even said it's either me or her going home.
Right. So essentially, so when you do that, you lose your vote. So since now he's not safe, it's a 3-2. So we had 3 people voting for him, 2 people we don't even know, because that's the thing, Kev or Wally, when somebody gets enough votes, they don't read the rest.
Okay.
So it could have been like a 5-0 sweep,
Mhm.
5-1, or it could have been 3-2. Like we'll never know.
We'll never know. Okay, because I thought
Oh, we did. They turn them, but I didn't see him turning it.
but I thought at the end when
They
were rolling
used to at the end.
They used
But
to.
I thought at the end though, when they were rolling the credits and he was talking to the camera,
Yeah, that's
They did do it?
I thought he said though.
they'll throw it up.
I thought he said that he was a unanimous vote.
I missed that then, but
I think he was the unanimous vote though. Like they all voted him anyway. Like even though
okay, then that was smart of him. But he didn't know that.
yeah. But at that point, I mean, I think he knew he was going home anyway, so he just played his play. I don't blame him for playing it, but you know.
Yeah. So Dre gets her extra vote from the wheel turn.
Yeah.
So Marianne will find that out when she goes to tribal next, so she won't know.
I wonder how they know that. Like how she'll find out.
Well, it'll be the same thing.
What do you mean?
They put so I didn't know they reset, like somebody just they reset the thing. I think somebody goes to check that somebody didn't write a note on the papers, and then that's when that person puts they got an extra vote.
Oh,
Yeah.
this shit's getting too crazy.
Yeah. So Zach gets eliminated 3-0. There's a preview for
Shut
next
out.
year. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really judge anything now because I don't know anybody, but I'm optimistic about the season.
Who's your guy again?
I have a girl. I picked Tori, so she was on the chopping block.
Tori. I like her though.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be fine after that.
Well, judging off the previews, it looks like she sniffs out an opportunity to
Get
pull
Dre,
herself ahead,
yeah.
get ahead of the game.
Waleed, that's right where they get you.
I'm sure. But it seems like, hey, she's
You're right.
at least she's scheming.
You gotta look with the third eye, Waleed.
There's gonna be scheming from now on. Don't you worry. They'll be playing.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Look at the pro over here picking out the sniffing of an opportunity like it was presented to him.
Anything else before I close this out?
Go Birds. Fuck Carson Wentz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's a commander. Bob.
I can echo that. I'm not an Eagles fan either. All right. So thanks for everyone for watching. We have another busy week next week. We have 2 bachelors. We have this show. We have Love is not Love is. We have Bill and I are gonna do Love is Blind Japan, and we have Temptation Island next week as well. So we're gonna be in your face a lot these next couple of weeks. So thanks everyone for listening and watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Right.
Yeah.